Did you see it? The debate. The debate between the Prime Minister of the country, Richie Sunak, and the Leader of the Opposition, Keir Starmer. Well, I didn't. No. Well, actually, I'll tell a bit of a lie because I watched about 10 minutes of it and I thought to myself, is this the best we can do? Are they the cream of the crop? Come on, give me a break. What the hell's going on? You've got Richie Sunak, who's the most rude, obnoxious, petulant child. And then you've got Keir Starmer, who's a little bit meek. Okay, he comes over as being the most honest, but not be funny. In comparison to Richie Sunak, well, that's a pretty low bar, isn't it, you know? And it's already been proved to us that Keir Starmer lies as well. Become Diane Abbott, etc. Blatant lies there. And now we're supposed to sit back and go on the old ride with these two politicians until July the 4th. I don't know if I can bear much more of it. Now, there was one humongous attack that Keir Starmer. He could have slam dunked Richie Sunak. He could have used the old kryptonite on Richie Sunak. But no, he didn't. Now, Richie Sunak kept repeating that line that Labour's tax policies will cost every citizen in the United Kingdom another £2,000. Yeah. At a time when they're already struggling. Doesn't obviously highlight the fact they're struggling because the Tories have been in for 14 years. No, of course not. It's not their fault. No. Flipping hell. Excuse after excuse after excuse. Lie after lie after lie. Well, that statement by Richie Sunak is a blatant lie. And it's a blatant lie that he quoted the civil service as the figures were devised, calculated by the civil service in relation to the £2,000 extra cost to the British citizen. That's a lie. Now, James Bowler, he wrote a letter after he heard this, and he said, excuse me, no, that's not true. We did not do the figures for this, for your calculations, which probably isn't any, they probably just made it up, to be honest. They're just winging it. It's all about sound bites, you see. Richie Sunak has seen the letter. Keir Starmer has seen the letter way before this debate. And Keir Starmer didn't use it to counter Richie Sunak. Now, I did hear somebody earlier today, this was on James O'Brien's show, who was I think she was a lawyer or something. She was a legal person. Obviously, Keir Starmer, he was prosecutions and all that, wasn't he? So, head of prosecutions. So you could argue that he's using his expertise in a way that would allow Sunak to bury himself. Which he kind of did. But, when they make that last little speech at the end, what have you, Keir Starmer could have added that into that. And that would have just slam dunked, there'd been a mic drop moment, and literally destroyed Richie Sunak's argument as a lie in that same session. You see, people's memories are short. All they're going to actually do, most people are actually a little bit dumb. I'm sorry, and I know we'll get criticised for that. You can't say that about people. I'm sorry, we got Brexit. Oh, I was told a lie. They lied to me about Brexit. It's like the fishermen and the blooming farmers. They lied to me. Yes, it's down to you to do your research. The facts were out there. We knew what was going to happen. You were told it. But now, crikey, I've done enough videos about it. That's the problem, you see. People, they don't do the research. They just watch, read or listen to the strap line or the clickbait headlines and maybe read the first paragraph if you're lucky. or they hear a clip it from somebody, or somebody else has repeated, it's got parroted. See, that's the same thing with this 2,000 quid. I think it's going to land with people. I don't think it's going to prevent Keir Starmer being the Prime Minister, but I do think it will land with many of the British public, because they're already concerned, already worried it's going to cost them more money. And Richie Sunak, the Prime Minister, said, oh, it's cost me another £2,000. I haven't got £2,000. Where am I going to get that from? It's not true. It's just a lie. But like I say, the damage is done. Now, when you have court cases, damage, like for instance, argument's sake, Elon Musk has taken some kid to court for using the Tesla logo, or Tesla's taken, well, it's Elon Musk, some kid, a 16-year-old, to court for like £1.5 million in damages or something, because he stuck the logo onto on a sweatshirt and sold it on eBay or something like that, Is that a bit extreme? Yes, it is. Has it damaged anybody? Potentially, if people have seen it, but you're talking about small, tiny amount of people, aren't you, have seen this sweatshirt? Hardly anybody. In fact, it's probably done more damage now since they've actually made a court case out of it, and it gets into the news and what have you, and now everybody's seen it. It's kind of, not everybody, but a lot more people would have seen it. Otherwise, it's just been brushed under the carpet and nobody thought anything of it. Sometimes when you make an issue of it, because you have more harm than not. But you see, the thing is, with this debate, so many politically charged people were watching it last night, and so many people who think they know what they're talking about are going to listen to this. And all they're interested in is that strapline. Same with those who are the undesirables in mainstream media, who love these clickbait headlines. Because they sell. The Daily Mail try and make out that Richie Sunak has destroyed Keir Starmer. He didn't. Richie Sunak made himself look stupid. He made himself look extremely rude and petulant. And both of them are rather robotic. Although I did notice something about Keir Starmer. It seems like when he's plotting something and he has a little look. Can't really tell with Richie Sunak. He's got his glazed, dead-eyed expression, hasn't he? So it does make me wonder, though. Maybe it's Starmer's blue steel. I don't know. But it does make me wonder, though, really. Are these debates really worth it? I don't think they are. I think you've got to have the right people. I don't think Keir Starmer's the right person for that. I don't. No. I think it's actually probably doing more harm than good. But it's not going to sway the needle anyway, because people already made their minds up. And this is actually I'm going to criticise both of them now on one thing that really irritated me. When you read the transcripts and stuff, look for the word Scotland. It's not even considered in this debate. Not even mentioned. You can argue about Wales and Northern Ireland. But no. They should have been brought into the conversation, all the union members. And what about Gibraltar? How about, offshore territories, which they want so the Reform Party use offshore territories to put the asylum seekers on while their claims have been processed. Do the people in the Falkland Islands know about this? Do the people in Gibraltar know about this? That ain't going to happen. Especially if the border is being opened up between Gibraltar and the rest of the EU. Which it is. So, in my mind, I know it's too late now, But I would like to see a change of leadership in the Labour Party. I really would. People are voting for Labour, in my mind, because they're not Tories. Because, okay, you could say they're Tory light or whatever, but because I would say more centre to right now instead of centre left. Not right wing, obviously, but you know, they're getting a bit too close for comfort now. And the idea of privatising the health service, which is just disgraceful. More chunks of it are going to be privatised. Or bringing more private hospitals, not private hospitals, using the private sector to provide more and more services, which would just take more and more nurses away from the NHS. It's just what's going to happen, you know. You're not going to get more doctors and nurses from Nigeria at the moment unless they've done 2 years in Nigeria, because the rules have changed. I know that for a fact, because my daughter's sister-in-law has just come over from Nigeria. She's got a visa and what have you. But because she's just done her training in Nigeria, because she hasn't done it 2 years, she can't get the certificates from the Nigerian government to allow her to work in the UK. Midwifery, this says, midwifery. So it's going to get harder and harder to get people in the NHS. So the more they get sucked out, whether they go to Australia or to the private sector. So I know I digressed a little bit there, but the point is that neither of them really, in my mind, have really a clue what they're doing. It's all about trying to get the vote, and I think even they're failing on that. I think Keir Starmer, like I say, he's just getting it by default. The Labour Party is just getting the vote by default. 14 years of Tory rule, and look where we are in the UK. It is absolutely diabolical. Everyone's got problems. I'm in France. There's problems here, but not on that league. There really isn't. Now, one thing I did want to point out is something that Keir Starmer said. The question basically was, why did Richie Sunak do the general election for the 4th of July? I know it's Independence Day and all that in the United States, but why? Well, I'll tell you what Keir Starmer said, and he's right. It's because Richie Sunak knows that inflation is going to go up. Now, I mentioned that in the previous video, last week I think it was. I can't remember which one it was. I talked about it a little bit. Inflation's actually going to go up. And how can he spin that line that we brought down inflation? We halved inflation. If inflation's going to go back up. He knows that the situation's not going to get better. It is going to get worse. So if we're going to have a general election, we need to do it now. It's either that or they were going to push him out. So he thought, sod yeah, I'll call a general election before you can do that. You know. I'm going to jump ship now. Anyway, what say you? How did you find that old debate? Did you find it intriguing? Did you find it enlightening? Did it convince you? Did it sway your needle at all? I doubt it. Because I don't think we really learn anything other than Richie Sunak is spinning a lie, but the lie will still stick with those who do not think. Guarantee it. Look at Brexit. The thing is, these people are just so stuck in their ways. They're so suffering with Dunning-Kruger effect. The tribalism and all that. They have a point of view and they're sticking to it. You can't sway their needle. They're just not for the turning, so to speak. Now, you tell me, please leave it in the comments down below. But please, beat the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel, because then you get Warface in your pocket every time I upload another video. Anyway, we're planting trees over there. I've managed to start cutting the grass. Looks right mess, it does. But it's getting quite hard actually to dodge the trees. Because when we plant trees on this field, we also plant them on the field over there as well. So we plant 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. If we'd be part of that project, I think we just see see what I've been trying to cut the grass. There's been so much flipping rain. It's been really hard. But sunny today, it's lovely. can see on the tops of some of the trees there, the taller ones. But we're planting loads of trees. We've done 550 so far. We're now going to be doing a whole load more very, very soon towards this side of the field, because we can actually get there with the water for for August and so. Otherwise they potentially die, and then we have to put more in. So if you want to be a part of that, there's a GoFundMe link there below, for which I will make a sign to go with a tree that you can basically donate, and plant a tree on your behalf, put a sign with it, and be a member of a loved one, what have you, or maybe a pet even. Whatever you like, just your name. But also making bat roosts, bird boxes, etc., etc. Bird houses, hedgehog houses. Any little things, they need a house too, They need a home. The critters need a home too, Toodaloo. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel and a little bell icon, because then you get a Wolf Fast feed in your pocket every time I upload another video. I think that's right, isn't it? I think so. Toodaloo.